And we are back, and this is the 10A podcast. I apologize, I was a little late. I had technical difficulties. I don't know what happened. I had to do a bunch of resets and stuff like that. You know how this goes when it comes to the computer stuff. But yeah, what's good? What we got going on today? Last night we had the Clapback Thursday drop. Oscar De La Hoya was out here cooking cats. He was on that saute. He was going crazy. You know what I mean? Bill Haney responds. Apparently, allegedly, September 13th is the date, Mexican Independence Day, which I called out for Bud Crawford versus Canelo LVEREZ. And Boots Ennis is on his way to unifying, where he's fighting now officially April, I think it's like the 12th or something like that, against Stanionis. And we're going to get into all of that after this. My bad, y'all. Again, I had some technical difficulties earlier. Just fixed that up. You know how that goes. It happens, especially when you're dealing with multiple things. You know, this good-looking stream that you see here just doesn't happen overnight. You know, it takes a little bit of work, a little bit of prep. But let me bring on the master of boxing, the scientist, you know who he is. My nut-ass co-host, Troy. Was good.
It's Cuerno de Chivo, Cuerno the co-host.
Cuerno the co-host. You done see my man on a lot of different boxing podcasts, but this is where he keeps it the realest because it's my guy. You know, I mean, we gotta get crazy. But you know, apologize, guys. Starting this Monday, it will be 10 a.m. I finally got my 100% schedule. So 10 a.m. Eastern time, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If we can squeeze in a Tuesday, Thursday show, if something happens, I'll do that. So if you see some news pop up, I might just go live on that Tuesday early. Friday and Saturday, we could do extra shows at night or even an extra one during the day. It all depends on the news, but the strict date schedule guarantee will be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m. But I want the fans to actually call up as well. There will be a call-in number because this is the People's Podcast. We want people to come in here and say their piece. We want people to interact. You know what I mean? I don't want to just hear myself or just Troy or even X or whoever comes on just to talk. This is about y'all. Everybody got a voice here. You know what I mean? This is just what it is. You feel me?
I definitely feel you.
But Troy, was good, man? What's poppin'? How was your week so far?
Man, everything was lovely.
Yeah? I know it's Friday. Let me put on my chat. Sorry, guys, for my chat people. Shout out to YouTube. Make sure you guys, we're trying to get it rocking on YouTube too. Make sure you guys share the link, like, so people can be more, can see, you know, basically see the goddamn, what we got going on. Make sure you share, like, hit the notification button. This is going to be more of an interactive show moving forward, but for the rest of 2025, god damn it, 2025, Troy. Jesus, where did the time go?
Where is the time going, bro?
Yo, it's wild, bro. Like, I feel like it was just like 2001, and we had I was about to say B2K. What's that thing called? Y2K or whatever the hell it was. The mailman was good. Was good. I'm gonna share the link. Yo, make sure. I need y'all to really start sharing this link. We're gonna be consistent. I know it's been a little. We've been doing different hours. The only reason today wasn't consistent was because of the technical difficulties. But moving forward, that's not what it is. But we do have fights this weekend, Troy. We do have fights this weekend. We have your man. I mean, you can announce that. Who we got this weekend?
We got my man Steve Soko Nelson fighting Diego Pacheco. He will stop my man tonight.
Wait, hold on. You got who stopping who?
In the 8th or 10th round, Steve Nelson will stop Diego Pacheco.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you know what's crazy? You've been saying this for a while, and then You've been like, yo, I'm telling you right now, my man Steve Nelson is a problem. But he is a little older. He's 36 years old. But you said that he slowed up because of an Achilles tear, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he tore his Achilles tendon like a couple years ago because I was really on his ass about going vegan, and then he ended up tearing his Achilles tendon. Took some time off. Now he back. I had tore my Achilles tendon also when I first started boxing. That's what like prolonged my career because I tore it when I was like 31 and I was supposed to turn pro. I'm glad I waited because I changed my whole style up and started getting on my Nello.
But I mean, he's a lot older now too. He's 36. How does that affect him against a young lion like Pacheco? Because at the end of the day, we got to keep it real, right? Steve is there really for Pacheco to get a notable win in order to move up in the rankings. That's pretty much what Steve Nelson is there for. But is Steve Nelson going to spoil the party? Is he going to not remember that he's supposed to lose? And I think that's the question. How big of an opportunity is this? Because Pacheco he's one of those prospects that everybody's looking at right now.
Yeah, and that's the problem. It wasn't a good. This is, I would say, even though Steve's an older guy, by him having Bud in the tuck, keeps it more of an even playing field for his side because he got the money man with him, and the money man got Turk. So depending on how Steve do, it could really prolong his situation for the Riyadh season. But if Diego Pacheco goes, he's going to do his regular thing with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. But from what I'm seeing, that Steve Nelson, I would say he's going to stop Diego because Diego he decent, but he not elite. And Steve has elite skills. I'm saying that because Steve is not really as athletic as some of these other guys. He's been in professional training camps, and Steve was an Olympian. Steve Nelson.
It's definitely a huge opportunity for Steve because at the end of the day, we all know that this is really to give Pacheco a notable win, a big win, to maybe propel him to the next level. That's pretty much how boxing works. This is the guy they're invested in. This is the guy that a lot of people want to see moving forward. And Steve has an opportunity to upset this and really make some money within the next couple of years, especially at 168 when you got guys like Berlanga, Caleb Plant, Charlo going up there. There's a lot of opportunities for him at this point. So I definitely feel you where you're coming from right now.
No, most definitely, because if Steve could show he's durable at his age, they're gonna throw his ass in there with other guys. Because he was already on that. He was already on that path, and I'm just going ahead like LeBron James is showing you. If you stay active, you can prolong your career past the normal age. And Steve has been active for a while. He's never came out of the gym. He stays in the gym. He doesn't drink, smoke. He's been in the military. So, you know what I mean? It's going to be a great fight. I'm going with Steve.
I mean, no, listen, it's a big opportunity for Steve. I will be tuned in. I think I could have sworn there was another. Oh, didn't Anyway fight this morning? I don't even know what happened. Did you?
Yes, he did. He stopped somebody brutally.
Brutally. I mean, bro, I tried. What time did the fight happen? I know Anyway was scheduled. He's over in Japan. But I was knocked out. I missed it. How bad was it?
It was pretty bad. He just brutally beat dude. He hit him with a 1-2. Anyway has fought some guys, but I'm ready to see him move up now. It's time for him to move up and do some better things at these weights with some more notable guys. And I get he's a little guy, but you have to dare to be great.
No, listen. I want to see one of my fights that I want to see. And I've seen Gervonta put out like a little tweet or whatnot about him, basically, wishing him luck. People said that Gervonta would fight him, which I believe he would. Also, I want to see Bam. I want to see Bam Ortiz versus Anyway. I know Bam is lighter. Huh?
I don't think Anyway want that.
I love Bam. Bam is one of my favorite guys. I'd love to see it. But it's time, in my opinion, you're right. I think it's time for him to come to America to fight one of these major fighters right now. What do you think is the likelihood of that?
is huge because China and America do business and commerce. They process a lot of our things. So it's just he's on his way over. Well, he's Japanese, right?
Yeah, he's Japanese.
My bad, Japanese. He'll make it over here in due time. He's just building his status right now.
I mean, everybody has him, and it's crazy because everybody has him as the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. He's like, when you hear him and Bud, usually #1, 1A, it's kind of crazy. I got Usyk personally as my #1. I know you don't, but I just feel like he's done.
I got Canelo.
I mean, Canelo. If I say Canelo, people are gonna say, "Well, you love Canelo," but there's a lot of Canelo haters out there. But anyway, let's move forward. Excuse me. Last night, like I was saying, Oscar clapped back at the Haneys, and I thought this was one of the funniest ones ever. And I need you to listen to this real quick. I need you to listen to this, Troy.
It's time for the first Clapback Thursday of the new year, and we are coming in blazing. I know you've missed me. I promised you I'd be back. It's time for the only segment in boxing that gives you the facts and makes you laugh. It's Clapback Thursday, so let's go. This clapback is dedicated to the worst manager in boxing history, Bill Haney. Bruh. Something we can all agree on. Bruh. I want to start by saying that I feel sorry for Devin Haney. We hardly ever hear him speak because his daddy does all the talking. Bruh. And it's cost him all 12 fans he had. Bruh. Sure, Devin had a bad loss this year, but it shouldn't have been career-ending. It all could have been easily fixed. Bruh. If it wasn't for his father and manager, Bill, who single-handedly turned it all into a more toxic situation than Chernobyl. I have never seen a bigger fucking of a boxer's career in my life.
Disgusting.
All Devin had to do after the losing to Ryan Garcia last April was say, he beat me. I couldn't block his left hook. And then get back in the gym. But instead of focusing on a comeback fight in 2024 and teaching his son how to block the left hook, Bill felt it was a better idea to have Devin sue Ryan Garcia for battery and emotional distress. To sue Golden Boy, to sue the New York State Athletic Commission to get Devin's loss expunged from his record. What? To fight a civilian at the Orange County State Fair, to take the rest of the year off, and to make as many enemies as possible, thus cementing their legacy as the biggest crybaby pussies in the history of boxing. Now, that brings us to the present day. Devin and Bill were in London last week begging Turkey for a payday because they have no other options. The only value that Devin has in this sport is to fight Ryan Garcia again. So Bill, being the pimp he is, and these are facts, he was a pimp. Hoed his son out once again to the fighter who beat his ass so badly he had to sue him for battery. I cannot make this shit up, folks. The rematch is set to happen this October, but under one condition. The Haneys must drop their bullshit lawsuit against Ryan and Golden Boy. And of course, the Haneys are willing to drop it because they had no case whatsoever. I have never heard of a fighter suing another fighter for battery. And I'm certain we will never see it again. Unless Devin sues his next opponent. Anyhow, taking the rematch is a pretty risky move though. If Devin loses to Ryan Garcia again, we can all wave goodbye to the Haneys. And in order to even get to that fight, Devin has to first get past a tough and hungry Jose Ramirez in May. Watch out, Jose. If you hit him too hard, he might sue you next. Bill, the highlight of your pathetic 2024 was becoming president of the neighborhood watch here in Henderson, Nevada? Do me a favor. If the wind blows one of my recycling bins too far from the estate, go ahead and chase it down and bring it to my gate. Thanks, buddy. This is the closest you'll get to stepping foot in my home ever again. And Devin Haney, from one fighter to another, you have to take control of your life and career and fire your father. Everyone in boxing stood by and watched what happened this year. A year in which you were supposed to shine. You are now a punchline. Everyone sees he's the problem. Hell, he didn't even stop the fight against Ryan Garcia when your jaw was broken and you were on the canvas. I hope you can come to your senses and decide to save yourself and part ways with your current management before it's truly too late. Sadly, it might be already. Oh, and Canelo! You just signed a huge 3-fight deal. Does that mean you'll be fighting David Benavidez and you'll give the fight fans what they've been asking for? Of course not! Fuck you! I got it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. That shit was, this shit was ruthless, dog.
Hey, listen. You see what I'm doing right now?
What's up? That was crazy.
Listen, that's a cook. If Oscar can do this dance right here with stirring the pot,
yeah,
he cooked their ass. Just like he was cooking like this.
No, listen,
rubbing his shoulders.
It was crazy because a lot of what he said is true. He was a little inaccurate in regards to the only thing he sued for. It was not. He also sued for unjust enrichment and things like that. But battery and yes, these are all part of the lawsuit. Now, Troy, I don't know if you remember this. Originally, when this shit was launched, I stated publicly, this is going to be a ploy in order to draw them back into a fight. He's going to hang this over his head, and what they're going to do is they're going to come to the table, and it's going to be one of those things where they're going to be like, you drop the case, and we can move forward with the fight. That's exactly what I said about 6 months ago when this was actually launched. But I will say this, in that regard, Oscar said a lot of truths in this, right? One being that Bill has put Devin in a situation where if he loses to Ryan in a rematch, it may be 100% over. And that's even if he gets to Ryan because he has a tough opponent coming up. I mean, what do you think about his opponent coming up and what Oscar was saying?
Once again, Jose Ramirez was an Olympian. Mm-hmm. He's been in there with tough competition. You could check his box rec. He's gonna potentially stop Devin Haney. Really?
You have him stopping Devin Haney, or you say potentially?
I'm potentially stopping him in the late rounds because Devin Haney this is at 47.
Yeah.
Jose Ramirez has always been the bigger man.
Yep.
He never was at 130. He was at 140. He's fought the bigger competition. He's taken the heavier blows. So I'm saying that to say when they actually step in the ring in competition, combative competition, I got bars, combative competition, Devin Haney is going to lose a lot of commercial real estate. Those are 3 C's. Because that is not, if you boxed before, he was better off fighting Sandor Martin because Sandor is a boxer. Jose Ramirez is a true hard-nosed Mexican. He's going to come forward nonstop, put pressure, educated pressure. He doesn't just come forward wild like Pitbull Cruz.
Yeah.
He's taller than Devin Haney. What is Devin Haney going to do? No, due to the rules of boxing, not what I'm saying, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Purple Diesel, just to let y'all know. It's some Purple Diesel. I don't even know where he got that from. But if you know the rules of boxing, a shorter man cannot box a taller man. And I mean box like Ali going backwards, fighting a taller man. This is not nothing like Diego Corrales versus Floyd Mayweather. Nothing like that. You're going to walk him down and beat him up.
To add what you were saying, right, and this is really interesting too, the fact that Devin's taking us at 147 to me with a bigger man is a big risk. Why did they pick Jose? And shout out to my man June. He said Jose is on a higher level than Ryan Garcia. He believes he's a very dangerous opponent.
As far as like his technical skill and his attributes in the boxing world, yes, that is an actual fact. If we're talking real boxing, we're not talking about Ryan Garcia's marketability. We're talking about what he actually does in the ring. He's Hoodie Hamza. We got to be serious.
I mean, why do you think? And this is something to me that was crazy because I know Devin has had problems with the weight if he's getting bigger. Why after such a bad loss, right? He's going up to 147, and he didn't really. I mean, some people may question his punch resistance, right? But he did get up 3 times from the knockdowns.
That's because he was in shape.
Okay, yeah, I mean, which he probably will be in this fight. Do you
Being in shape makes it easier for you to take a worse ass whooping.
well
Continue.
do you think it was a smart move, especially with people questioning his punch resistance, to go
No,
up
it
to
was not smart to
147?
go up to 147 because I keep saying he's a 130 pounder. Dude, listen, it's not what I'm saying. I read these books about how black people should eat specifically due to the African genome in all people. So if Devin were to change his diet, his body will calibrate due to the diet he's on, and he will have the natural strength he's supposed to have at 35 or 30. He's a natural 130 pounder, bro. You got to get back down there. It's okay. You still a champion. You was undisputed at the higher weights. Who's ever went down and busted packs? I'm telling you, bro, it's not good. You can't eat yourself up. You're just not big. Jose Ramirez is big, bro. He's a real welter.
No, listen, I'm pretty much like my thing with Devin is and listen, you know more the technical aspects of this stuff. I would never question your opinion on that, right? That's why I have you on the show, because I definitely truly respect your take on it.
Out of respect for what you're saying, these are not my opinions. I'm a coach now. These you think about what I'm saying. If this was any other, it's not any other sport because you can't play with this shit. In boxing, bro, as a coach, you have to be wary of what you do with your fighter, because the fighter's mentality is to fight, because in his mind, he trying to prove something when it's a prize fighting. And that's when the coach has to step in and be like, nah, that's not a good idea. I don't give a F what anyone is saying on the outside, because they're not taking punches. And that's where some of these mistakes we see in Norbs is coming in, because he don't need to be at them weights, and the people who are over him never done nothing. So they don't know what's going on. It's just it's too much foolery going on. But continue.
There was something else that stuck out to me, right? What Oscar was saying, and I thought was a great point, was Bill Haney and calling him the worst manager out there. And I think Bill's done a lot of good for Devin, but he has put Devin in a position to where people want to see him lose. People have an expectancy level with him. He can no longer just sit there and fight a bunch of cab drivers, right, or whatnot. But is he built for what Bill has built for him in a sense, right?
No, he not, because he ain't never doing none of the talking.
That's another thing, yeah.
Listen, I'm just saying, of what have I seen? When has Bill Haney's built this, not Devin.
And I wanted to bring that up because of this statement. Bill responded to the Oscar thing, right? And he says, Oscar De La Hoya was never undisputed. Something Devin and I accomplished together because we trusted each other. I'm the 2020 manager of the year because I believed in my son and he believed in me. That's something Oscar De La Hoya never had with his father, and it shows in how he treats his own kids. No, I don't want to come over to your house, Oscar. The house, when he said the house, but lost everything in its kids, his trust and his legacy as a father. He's got 3 kids who won't step foot in his house, and 3 who can't, including his 11-year-old daughter Victoria, who deserves better. Meanwhile, Sean and my 10-year-old daughter Bella are thriving, both A students in tennis standouts living under my roof with love and support. So, Oscar, before calling us crybaby bitches, remember your kids who are crying their father for real. Now, let me get this before you get this. Bill was definitely hurt by what Oscar just did, and I'm going to tell you why. This is how I feel. When you go immediately for Oscar's personal life, and people make fun of the pantyhose things and whatever he's into, he's a freak ass nutball, whatever. But to take away Oscar, listen, Oscar's one of the greatest fighters ever. Period. He's had some of the greatest moments that Ryan, and again, Devin was undisputed, right? But he was never a megastar like Oscar or whatnot. Oscar was a legit gold medalist, right? Superstar. for some of the biggest fights ever, right? But to go after his children and go there, that's where, in my opinion, showed me that Bill was hurt by what Oscar did. And sometimes, to me, you got to leave kids out of this, bro. If Oscar's going through something like that with his children, why do you put that out? It just shows how, in my opinion, how hurt he was. What do you think about Bill's comments towards Oscar, though? I thought that was a real low blow, in my opinion.
It was very un-Islamic of him to do that. And it was better just to give him a Allahu Akbar, mashallah, inshallah, whatever. I mean, you got to be more respectful. And, you know, this is where I'm going to say this is very technical, but it's not. Mm-hmm. Oscar dug deep because it had to do with boxing. And that's why if you never boxed, you shouldn't be training your son. You shouldn't be doing all of this because this is a different playing field. It's not like every other playing field. So when Oscar is digging into you and your son about boxing, then you go and take a different route because you never boxed. You got to keep it in the ring. He talking about your business and your acumen as a boxer. And he really treated you like his son because he said, when you come on my estate, and right there, that's a game. Listen, you a baby in that, Bill. In that estate game.
I just
so
feel
that's he playing. This is the thing, bro. With no prejudice aside.
Yeah.
To all my Jewish folks, l'chaim, to all my Mexican, and whoever you are. If you a real American, if you a baby in this, they're going to treat you like a baby because you don't know business and contract. And you signed your son up in a hurt business and you're getting him hurt. And then instead of just battling it about boxing, the first mistake was you talking about, well, you were never undisputed. You never boxed.
But see, this is my thing with Bill. Like, I don't think Bill's in a position, and in my opinion, to even talk to somebody like Oscar like that. And you're right, he's never boxed, but just
he never boxed, and he don't have the experience on this business level to even be talking to a nigga like Oscar who made like that. Like what? Like what in the world? Oscar is, bro. Oscar put a lot of checks in people's hands. Like, what are we talking about?
No, absolutely, and it's not only that, bro. Like, I feel like these are the reasons. And Oscar said something I think that really hurt him, and I think it was in that particular one where he said that you had to basically beg. You went out to Turkey pretty much to beg him for a check, and he has had the situations where Bill's had recently, where there was purse bids and nobody bid except for them. So it is a situation where Oscar is a powerful man in this industry. You rub
like listen, bro. Jay-Z couldn't even make his foot in boxing like he thought he was when he came with Rock Nation and thought he was just gonna step through there, and then he got a couple people in the door and then he was gone.
No, it's to me, like I said, like it just showed how upset he was, man. I'm not gonna lie, like. Oscar was really ruthless in that one. I mean, I get it. It's jokes. It's funny.
No, that's real. Listen, the people who don't know estate and trust business is ruthless on this level. It's all about trust. It's like everybody think they want to be on this level with business. Like people get cussed out behind closed doors. And people be ready to fight over small things. Did you hear when he said Jay-Z came to Cuz and said he was really horny? Like, fake horny. Like, come on, bro. Like, Bill, I get it. Great, you're a great guy. You guys made a lot of money, but this is a different playing field. This ain't and I get it because niggas from Oakland be playing like that. And because I'm out here right now, they really be playing like that.
No, I mean, listen, the words definitely hurt him bad, man. I'm not gonna lie, and it's really unfortunate. But Bill's put a lot of pressure on this next fight, man. And again, and
you're not taking no punches.
Yeah, and Oscar's out there, and he's gonna keep digging. And Oscar's saying what he said. Like, your career may be over. You might not get to Ryan. You may not get to Ryan.
Listen, bro. Yeah. This is how you know niggas don't know what they doing. That's not a good fight. You're not nothing like Arnold Barboza. You're not about to do what Arnold. But see, I know boxing, so I know why they choosing him, because a man who claimed they don't have any power, and Arnold Barboza just fought him and boxed him up. So they thinking, well, I'm more athletic than Cuz and this and that. And you think you gonna do that. You not Arnold Barboza though.
Yeah.
You not Mexican. You not used to being in there with Mexicans on the daily. You're actually fighting in an unstereotypical Mexican style because you are a boxer as a Mexican.
If Devin Haney were to lose this fight coming up,
he's through.
You think he's done?
I've been said it. Listen, bro, you can't keep cracking that egg. So it ain't got nothing personal with me. You can't keep cracking your egg. Ryan Garcia is huge, bro. Pause.
I mean, listen,
I feel cracking the egg. How many times you gonna crack Humpty Dumpty?
Let me ask you this: if Bill wouldn't be saying the things that he said, if he wouldn't have been saying the things that he said, do you think Devin would have a better chance? And why do you feel like Devin hasn't really said much?
No, listen, bro. Just go back when Devin Haney, he would have always been like this because they used to literally post nonstop sparring of him beating up bums and sparring. People who never boxed. Like, that's not it. Like, that's not it, bro. What happens in the gym stays in the gym. Unless you really like that and you showing something. I was really showing sparring. Then a couple years later, they start showing them sparring nobodies. Hitting, beating them up. That ain't boxing, bro. Off rip, nobody liked you off that.
Yeah.
Then you talk about what you did in these gyms and it was cap. And then other people kept saying, hey, blood, I had you drunk in the gym. Stanky leg and a noodle leg. What is you talking about, bro? Then you had the nerve to say you chopped Floyd up and maybe he had a bad day. That was it. It was over right there. You bit the God, one of the gods in boxing, a living God. Psalms 82 verse 6, ye are gods, it says it in your law, but you would die like princes and men of old. You disrespecting the elder, bro. You bugging, my nigga.
Yeah, I mean, to add to what you say, man, he Bill, and I like Bill. I like Bill a lot. I'm a Bill Haney fan, but I feel like if
I ain't like him, I wouldn't be cooking him. Pause.
No, I just feel like he's put his son in one of the worst positions ever. Like, he's literally made him the enemy of the state, man. Like, everybody in boxing, man. And Oscar says you turned your son into a punchline. I mean, he's pretty accurate with a lot of people have been bro, pretty much shitting on him.
Listen, bro, I'm gonna show you what trust in the state business is about. He made a song called Haney Pack. It has his name in it. Listen, bro, you can't even use my name in that manner without getting a defamation lawsuit on what you doing, and you using my securities to exchange for securities. I'll automatically get a percentage of that bread, like Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, and them. Hey, bro, that's how you know you don't know business. Well, man made a song about him and making revenue off his name, and it's called the Haney Pack. And he made 2 songs, and they lightweight and decent. That's a cook.
I wish nothing but the best for the Haneys. I like Bill.
They don't wish the best for themselves. Stop playing with Islam.
That's a personal thing. But I will say this. It's going to be a lot. There's high stakes coming up.
They came out and said they was Islamic in the public.
When's the fight? In May, right? No, yeah. It's in May or something like that. I look forward to seeing it. Hassan, what's up? He made his son the youngest undisputed champion. Wow, that's a horrible place to be. I'm not saying that, Hassan. What I'm saying is I think I love a lot of what he did.
Hold on. I got you. See, what you did is you went in the past and trying to bring it in the omnipresent. We in the present moment. In the present moment, his last fight, he got his shit split. Technically, boxing. Nothing personal. cooked. Now he's going in there with someone of the same size as Ryan, but actually has more technical skill than Ryan Garcia. And in the hour is what he's done in the amateurs and what he's done in the pros due to experience, a heavier guy, bigger guy. Devin Haney, if he don't know how to fight coming forward, slipping and catching punches like Canelo was doing against Callum Smith, Edgar Berlanga, Caleb Plant, he gonna get cooked. He's gonna get cooked. His weight class is for a reason. Yes, he did become undisputed. Is he still boxing though? Did he retire? No, well then he up to get cooked.
Hold on one second. Hassan says in the present moment he did fight. He fought a drug cheat. Listen, Hassan, I'm with you. He did cheat. My thing is this: regardless of the,
It was a billionth of a gram.
but he cheated. Whatever. We disagree. We're not going to argue about that. Regardless of the situation, you know how they say you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Bill was the sword. He was living by it, and now he's put himself in a situation, or Bill has put his son in a situation where this next fight is big. It's really big for him. What you guys say about that since you love the president so much? Hassan, he's talking to you. Hassan, you got the phone, man. You can call up.
The present moment is about who we about to fight. And listen, you ever seen the movie Highlander? Once I bust your pack, I bust your pack open, reached my hand in it, paused, took your shit out, gorilla pimping, put it all in my shit. Now your pack is mine. I beat a 2-time undisputed. I beat him. I destroyed him. Live in the present moment, bro. Accolades is for the Hall of Fame when you done. In the present moment, his checks could be ruined for the rest.
Yeah. I mean, this is a big fight. This is a big
It's not a joke. I'm done playing.
Hassan says Devin's career is just getting started. Why are you guys panicking?
Man,
I'm not panicking.
Through, bro. Hey, bro, don't make me start getting live on here. You never box. I could tell because you don't know what it is to get punched in your head. So I could tell you never box because after that beating, how's your career just getting started? Those beatings are career ending. When have we seen Errol Spence in there again?
That's a good point.
540 some days, bro. Man, stop. All right.
Listen, guys, Hassan, I hear what you're saying.
Why these niggas are getting cooked listening to this shit, not abiding by the 10 crack commandments that Andre Ward put out, the 10 boxing commandments. Don't believe your own hype. You the hype. Let
me say this to Hassan real quick. Shout out to all the listeners that is on. We have about almost 250 in here right now. Hassan, if it was any other fighter, then I think you could say that his career's just started. I feel like the way Bill has put him out there has put a lot of pressure on him, where people want to just kind of shit on him. And again, I like Bill, but there's a lot of people that don't like Bill. There's a lot of people that don't like Devin because of Bill. There's a lot of people that are wishing and hoping that it doesn't go right for him. I personally hope Devin bounces back. I want Devin to do well. But the pressure is immense right now. It's a lot of pressure going into this next fight, especially when iconic fighters like Oscar De La Hoya are coming for you. You know what I mean? June says Devin close to the end of his career if he loses to Jose. I'm with you, June. I'm with you 100%. And listen, when you got icons like Floyd Mayweather.
Shout out to my man June.
Yeah, guys like Floyd Mayweather coming after you. Guys like Oscar. I mean, guys, and then you're connected to guys like Victor Conte.
Listen, bro, that's just crazy.
My man Secret says,
not even about promoting.
My man Secret says, now your chin only got so much battery life. Dev used almost half of that up in just one fight. Secret brings up a good point. He does. Hassan says, okay, billionth of a gram, really know if you're going to let that excuse fly on your show. Wow, you must not know. Listen, me and Troy have gone at it a million times about this. I think Ryan's a cheater. Absolutely, but it doesn't change the fact that he took a beating, and my thing is seeing him respond. And think about this for a second, son. To your point, right? To your point. The fact that Ryan cheated and there's more people on his side shows you how much people have a disdain for Bill Haney and Devin. That's the fact. If the shoe was on the other foot and it was Devin that got caught cheating, and Ryan, do you think Ryan would be getting the same type
Still
of
got his
feedback.
back busted.
I'm just keeping it real. Listen, I'm just keeping it as 100 as possible.
Hey, but listen, how about this?
Yeah.
I was in LA a couple weeks ago for the fires, feeding them good people, and my nephew's father is a professional bodybuilder. His name is Josh Phelps.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about Ostarine and he literally was like, bro, what did you? He like starts like, man, what is you talking about? Ostarine is not anabolic. It's not going to.
No, it's for recovery. That's what it's for.
No. This man is a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
He does this.
Mm-hmm.
When I got to talking to him about, I said, hey, Josh, I know, bro, but they said the Ostarine that he was taking, he said, man, you can get that at GNC. What are they talking about? I said, Josh, it's on the banned substance list. Rules are rules. But they saying the Ostarine, he said Ostarine don't make you strong. It's not anabolic. I don't care. And then I talked about clenbuterol. He was like, wait, Troy, do you know what you, I said, Josh, I'm talking to you about what these people say they're using to cheat. And now you're telling me that's what it's not really used for. And then he was like, no, it's really used to burn fat. I said, I know that's cheating, Josh. You got to lose it the regular way. He said, how's that cheating in boxing? Like, it's not anabolic. Like, and I'm like, hey, bro, I get what you're saying, but that's what these people be thinking. They know what they talk about in the chat. And it's just like, bro, I'm not going to argue with you. You're not in these worlds, my nigga.
Well, I definitely agree with you in that situation, but I will say this. Again, if the shoe was on the other foot, people would be killing Devin. And that's just my point. That's how far Devin and Bill have brought people to not like them. But I'm going to move forward from that. I don't want to talk about that anymore. There's other things on the agenda. We're going to talk about Boots versus Stanionis was just announced.
Amen.
Officially.
Amen.
What'd you say? Boots and Stanionis was, and we all know that Troy's a huge Boots fan. But Boots Stanionis, listen, Boots is on his way to doing what he said he wanted to do, which was unifying at 147 pounds. Now, I love this because now he's going to unify, but I also love the fact that so many fighters now are looking to go to 147. So a division that wasn't as deep possibly now is becoming deeper with Teofimo Lopez, possibly going up there, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, just to name a few. So what I'm saying is this, and we all know Teofimo wants those belts, and this could be a fight for Teofimo going up to 147 in October, November. So to me, I'm crazy about it. What do you think about the Stanionis fight? My man Secret says Stanionis might do Boots wrong. He still got gas in the tank. That's what my man Secret says. What do you feel?
Man, I'm going to have to do a film study on Stanionis, and I'm going to tell you, but it's going to be some work because Stanionis got work from what I've seen, you know what I mean? The little I have seen, but it just depends what Boots is capable of doing because he had problems with Karen, so now
It's static. I don't know what happened. Yeah, keep going.
You have problems with Karen, so.
I mean, listen, he did have problems with him. I just like the fact that we're getting.
And Stanionis is coming to you, and you're not a puncher at 47.
Well, I like the fact that somebody wants to be a champion. Somebody wants to unify 147, and now 147 is going to be a pretty stacked division. It's going to be. I mean, if Teofimo, Devin already said he's going up there. Ryan's going up there.
All-time great out of all of these.
I'm sorry.
Teofimo's going to be the all-time great out of all of these.
But think about it. We still got Blair the Flair up there. We still got Brian Norman Jr. We still got Barrios up there. We're adding a lot of people to 147. How?
Teofimo will stop him too.
But what I'm just saying. But all right, let's just say that. Let's say Boots wins that belt, gets the second belt. Now we got Teofimo going up there. That's a mega fight. That is a mega fight now. No?
Yes. And Teofimo with Eddie Reynoso is going to be the he's setting himself up to be the all-time great.
Adjust your mic because you're getting static right now. I don't know why you're getting static. I'm definitely with you what you're saying about that, but there was also another big announcement. Officially, Reynoso will be in the corner for Teofimo, and Teofimo came out and said, you know what he said? He said, I'm getting adjusted to working with them. I feel great. Just the Stanionis announcement with Boots and what I heard with what Teofimo said, I think is major for 147. This might be the deepest 147 been in a while.
No, facts. I'm just anxious to see Tio in there with Eddie Reynoso.
I know, 100%. Can you try to adjust your mic because I'm getting static from your mic right now?
Why is it?
It might be a wire. You might have a shortening wire. All right, there you go. They went away. Now listen, I look forward to this fight. I love the fact that Boots is now on a mission to unify, especially with all of those individuals going up to 147. I wouldn't mind Ryan going up there getting his first belt ever. Remember, he's a champion. No, most static. We good. So I definitely look forward to this fight. Secret says you stamp Robert Garcia as a Reynoso trainer? ? Or not? Robert does good with come forward type styles, in my opinion. That's a question for you, Mr. Technical. Secret says, do you stamp Robert Garcia as a Reynoso level trainer, or not? Or Robert does good with?
Robert Garcia is a better trainer than Reynoso. Okay.
He's asking you how so.
Robert Garcia definitely is better because they have an academy.
They do have an academy.
That's automatic. That's what I want to do with boxing. Have an academy to where you come to the academy and you learn how to box. I've seen Robert Garcia fight, Mikey Garcia fight, and they dad was Fernando Vargas trainer. So you tell me.
Yeah, I mean, I listen. I look forward to these fights. 2025 is getting off to a good year, man. To a good start, man. I mean, we got Pacheco this week. Next week we got Benavidez, right? We got Benavidez next week versus Morrell. There's a lot of smoke coming, Troy. I mean, boxing look like it's on its way back up. I'm just saying, look like it's on its way back up, especially after this rumored announcement that my man Haas, I don't know how to say his name, Hassan Wells, tweeted that September 13th, which I predicted as well. I told people if he was to fight Bud, it would be a Mexican Independence weekend. September 13th in Las Vegas. They're saying this is where this mega fight was going to be with Canelo Alvarez and Bud Crawford. Another major announcement from Turkey Al-Asik and the camp. I mean, 2025 is looking crazy, dog. We got Devin in the mix. We got Ryan in the mix. We got Bud in the mix. We got people unifying, except for, Gervonta. Just saying, Gervonta. You're just not participating. But what do you think about September 13th? I mean, do you think it's going to go down? It looks like it's leaning towards it. Canelo Crawford, man.
Yeah, no, it's it. I'm ready to see it. It's a good Bud getting a good payday, so it's going to be some good work.
Nah, I'm definitely hyped for it, man. 2025 is definitely regardless of if I want to see what Bam's about to do. I can't wait to announce it from him. But 2025 is looking crazy. Anyway, I think he's working with Turkey Al-Asik. They're saying he's going to make his debut in America or Saudi Arabia. I'm not sure. So we got a lot going on. But that Canelo thing was leaked yesterday, which we all have been waiting for more information on the Canelo versus Crawford fight. But it looks like it's getting closer to be signed. They're saying it is signed. I haven't seen nothing from Ring Magazine or Turkey Al-Asik. Shout out to everybody that's going on. But I think it pretty much is locked in. You know what I mean? I think it's pretty much locked in. And I think it's the biggest fight since Floyd and Manny Pacquiao. And period. I mean, what do you think about that?
No, it's the biggest fight since then.
No, I'm with you. I mean, I know you got I mean, a lot of people, I'm not going to lie, a lot of people have Bud Crawford winning. More than I expected. I get texts every morning saying Canelo's this, he's that. Bud's about to beat life out of him. I mean,
It sounds like a bunch of emotional stuff, but I did a film study on Canelo, bro. His defense is immaculate. So I don't know what people are talking about when he can't even be hit. And then now you got to put a guy who throws a little bit more volume of punches. You're going to see Canelo's real defense, and then people are just going to be like, oh, yeah, well, he can beat him. As soon as you see that he's not landing no punches.
I mean, we're definitely going to find out. I feel like it's going to start heating up after May because I think Canelo is going to unify versus William Skull. I think his name is William Skull. And I think Crawford is taking a warm-up fight, which at I want to say is at 160. I'm not 100% sure, but I've seen rumors of him taking a fight in May as well. So we're getting a lot of action right now. There's a lot of action. Eddie Hearn's bugged out. He said he would clean Turkey out of Seek's shoes if he asked. The fuck? Everybody's doing everything for money right now. Secret says, I feel like since Bud has wrestling experience, he won't be in that much trouble as long as he's conditioned. Bud, not easy to hit either in his groove.
That's fine. I know he got wrestling condition, but Canelo has punching hard conditions.
Yeah, I mean, I think Bud is a very strong
at
dude.
75.
Yeah, I think Bud is a very strong dude. I don't think Bud can hurt Canelo, and I think people give him a lot more credit, in my opinion, of him not getting hit. But I've seen him get tagged, especially the last couple fights. And I don't think he could do that against Canelo. I don't think he fights as well. I don't think he fights as well off the back foot as people may give him credit for. That's just my opinion.
No, it's just that Canelo fights is the best off the cutting you off with pressure. He's a more athletic Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. With explosive power. Because Chavez Sr. had underrated defense. He really, I watch him and Meldrick Taylor. He make a lot of subtle defensive moves. He keep his hands in position to catch the punches. And then his punches is Chavez Sr. at 135 was crazy good because he was big for that weight. Canelo at 160 is an old school 160, kind of like Jake LaMotta. Jake LaMotta was shorter, but Canelo is kind of like an old school middleweight. So like he knows how to neutralize you coming forward. It's just gonna be hard. He know how to cut the ring off. He always stays in his range, man. That's gonna be hard. It's gonna make Bud think he got to punch all the time.
And I gotta let people know this too. Like, listen, I know you got people want to compare Floyd with Bud, right?
No, Floyd fights behind the shoulder in the shell. Unless Bud gonna come out in the shell behind the shoulder like this and stay there and catch his punches and meet him in the middle. No. I'll just watch the Floyd fight the other day.
And to be honest with you, he's a way better counterpuncher than he was. He's a better defender than he was when he fought Floyd. He's matured. And again, people tend to knock Floyd. Floyd was, in my opinion, he's a better counterpuncher than Bud. I feel like he fights better inside. And I mean, in close quarters than him. That's just me. I'm just being honest. And he's fought a lot of those guys. And I think people, because Bud is a southpaw, because of what, I don't know, man. I just feel like Canelo.
It means nothing. It don't matter if he could switch. Canelo's going to come forward, and it don't matter what hand you are. When somebody's coming forward nonstop, it doesn't matter if you're switching. Listen, put it like this. He fought Billy Joe Saunders, left-hander. He fought Kovalev, right-hander. He fought Laura, left-hander. He fought Caleb Plant, right-hander. What did he do to all those fighters? Press them.
Yeah.
Don't matter if you left or right-handed. He going to get you in position, go to your guts. Now he understands that people don't have defense and take pressure, so he just neutralized you coming forward with his defense and then wait till you tire out. Because if you don't punch, he's going to punch.
I mean, yeah. I'll tell you this. It's funny, we're talking about Canelo right now, and a lot of people keep saying that he keeps ducking Benavidez. But check this out. Canelo, and this is from the Ring Magazine.
Benavidez is at 175. He's a real 175
check what he says. He said, when somebody approaches you like that and calls you out like that, you don't need to give them the money. And I've been saying this for the longest about Canelo. Canelo's very big on pride. I'm on respect. And calling him a bitch and all that stuff is not going to get you a Canelo fight. And again, fighting Canelo, and people may say, what's good, Rusty Cage? People may say whatever they want about Canelo, right? But at the end of the day, it is a prize to fight Canelo. It really is. You're going to get the biggest payday, the most exposure you're ever going to get. And Canelo understands this. He's like, yo, if I fight you, you're set for life. You know what I'm saying? You're set for life. So to him, he kind of thinks like, look, I'm not going to give you an opportunity if you can't even respect me as a man. And I think that's why Canelo's not fighting Benavidez. Some people may say that's ducking, but at the end of the day, let's be honest, Troy, if he agrees to fight you, that's really what it is.
You should just be thankful for the payday.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see the Canelo.
It was like when Floyd was doing it. Just be thankful.
I would love to see the Canelo versus Benavidez fight, but I don't know, man. I just feel like Canelo feels like not fighting him is more of an insult than actually hurting him in the fight, which is kind of weird. Like, it's more like, bro, like, you know, you're not going to make nowhere near the amount of fights you're going to have to fight, right, in order to get what I can give you, it's going to be crazy. Like, you're going to have to fight a shitload of fights. Well, you know what I mean? Because even Amir Khan came out.
Notoriety, like,
bro, Amir Khan said that he took the Canelo fight knowing that Canelo was bigger and stronger and whatnot, right? But he said he would have to fight 6 fights to get the amount of money that he fought Canelo for one fight.
And that's Amir Khan. He got bread.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Rusty Cage says that is a contradiction by Canelo. Remember, Billy Joe Saunders was disrespecting him. He had the belt also. So he wanted to unify.
What contradiction are you talking about? He walked down the left-hander. That was the topic of conversation.
Billy Joe was
just making up your own topics.
It's not really this way. He had the belt. There's nothing that Benavidez has that he wants right now. He doesn't have none of the belts. He's going up to 175. I hear what you're saying, but Canelo's very big on respect, man. I don't know why Benavidez rubs him the wrong way, but that's what it is.
He don't have no fans.
Who don't have no fans?
Talking about Benavidez. Like, you do a show, listen, on the Boxing Voice, they do a show for Benavidez. It's a 45-minute show. Nobody's calling in.
Really?
He don't have no fans like that. Like, that's what we proving it. Like, nobody, he don't put butts in seats. That's a hardcore fight.
Yeah, no, I'm listening. That's a good point. I mean, damn, that's crazy. I mean, look, we all know Canelo's the face of boxing. Regardless of who people want to be the face, we all know he's the, you know, whoever makes that cha-ching go off, that cash register go off, that's who it is. It's him. You know what I mean? Especially outside of heavyweight, it's Canelo. There's nobody that makes more money. There's nobody that fills more seats. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, he doesn't like him. Secret says it's not about respect. Canelo sees he's pump faking the public. Do you really give him credit for his last 5 wins outside Plant, who Canelo beat already? I mean,
he beat Laura Triple G 3 times. He beat. Well, actually, you could go to his box recs. Canelo is beat almost 20 world champions.
Yeah, I mean, people want to talk about his last 5 fights, but think about this for a second. What's the Benavidez's last 5 fights? I mean, he brought up Boo Boo, who was better at 154. Let's be real, right? And he beat Caleb Plant. I mean, that's pretty much it. And this is the thing that kills me about the Canelo hate. Canelo has the best resume in boxing by far. By far. People want him, they have this expectancy for him, but they don't have that same energy for everybody else. The way people attack Canelo, they don't attack Bud, they don't attack Gervonta, they don't attack, you know, it just bugs me, and I get what y'all saying. People want to see, Canelo's the most hated, in my opinion, in regards to boxers right now. People want to see him lose for whatever reason. But to say that his last 5 fights, come on, man, stop. Because one of the guys he beat, Benavidez, was Caleb Plant. Rusty Cage said, if you say you don't give the respect for people who fights, then you do that. So, I don't know what he just meant. Rusty Cage, I don't know what you just said. I get what you're saying. There's a personal thing with Benavidez. And remember, when he beat Saunders, if I'm not mistaken, that was for the belt, right, Troy?
Yes, it was.
It was for the belt. There's nothing that he gains right now, in his opinion, fighting Benavidez outside of money. And to be honest, he's making a shitload of money to fight Bud Crawford. He's making a lot of money. So, like, he could really sidestep him. And again, Benavidez, there's no guarantee he beats Morrell. You know, he's just building his career. And now 175, you got Bivol, you got guys like Better Beeve that he may be looking to fight next. So we may never get to that because he may not survive that gauntlet that he's about to face. Just saying, Rusty.
Yeah,
and I like Benavidez. I'm a Benavidez fan.
Benavidez got some work to do. You got to really learn the craft of boxing. I watched a little thing when Andre Ward was showing him some stuff. It's like, but even when Andre Ward was showing him, he never worked on it. He just went back to doing what he was doing, which is throwing combinations. He don't have a good jab. Like, these things you need when you're going up in weight. Like, it's not going to – the Morrell fight – is not going to be what people think. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Ring Mag, shout out to Ring Magazine. They had a lot. Who runs the Ring Magazine Twitter? I wonder who. But, anyways, listen, I actually got to make some moves. Troy, if you're down for the night, we could do something after the. No, there's no fights tonight. We could do something tonight at 10 o'clock.
Pause. Yes, we can.
Shut up. Now let's definitely do that. I actually got to get on the move.
You good?
I appreciate you for coming on. Let's turn up tonight. We could listen, guys. Tonight we're probably gonna have a call. I'm probably gonna have guys on Twitter, whatever. You guys
I'm gonna
can
get some
call
new
up.
mic cords too, because you like the third person that said that, and I just found some decent mic cords to get off Amazon, because that's what my thing.
What do you use? XLR or you use USB?
It's XLR, but then the microphone is into a USB into my computer.
No, like I have my compressor here, but do you use is it a USB mic or because I use the Rodecaster Pro?
Oh no, it's not a USB mic. I got an NW100 power box.
Okay. Oh yeah, so excellent. Yeah, I mean, we'll figure it out. But on that note, man, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna have people tune in later tonight. We'll do a double show tonight. We'll take some call-ins and things of that nature. Let's definitely talk boxing. Troy, I appreciate you.
Hit me on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
At Corner de Chivo, at Killertainment, Troy Killertainment King. Subscribe. We do film studies. We break down boxing, screen sharing, film study, Jones. You know what I mean? So I appreciate my man Norbs. I'm out.
My guy. I appreciate you, brother. That's my guy, Hamza. I can't even. You know what's crazy? I don't even. It sounds that bad, Rusty Cage. But I don't mind. My mic sounds good. But on my end, I didn't really hear it that bad. There was some static that he was getting, so I don't know. But on my end, it didn't sound bad. I guess I'll check it on the playback. But on my end, the audio was coming in pretty clean. But yeah. Damn, it sounds that bad, his mic? Like, how does it sound? I didn't even peep it. Well, we're going to find out. But guys, listen, tonight, let's do 10 p.m. Let's do 10 to 12. Let's take call-ins and all that stuff. You know what I mean? It would be super dope. You know what I mean? I definitely want to hear from the fans. I want to hear your voice, guys. Please call up, show love. Let's make this shit happen. It's your boy Norbs, and we are out of here.